Hey everyone, welcome back to another Dark Souls 2 God of the First Sin walkthrough video. Last time we killed the Dragon Rider and the old Dragon Slayer and unlocked a few new people and locations for us to quickly warp to and from. So that'll be nice for this
Oh,
video.
there you are.
I'm going to
I'm here,
talk to
and all
her,
that thanks entirely to you.
Rosabeth,
You were kind enough to clothe me.
because
The only
last
thing I
time we
can't do
gave
is
her clothes like she
pyromancy.
just said.
But if that can
And
help
now
you,
she's a
come to
shopkeeper.
me.
She teaches you pyromancies. So if you go to her inventory, she sells these 3 rings. This is the flame quartz ring, and then there's a thunder and a dark one. And they all do about the same thing, is that they increase a certain defense, depending on which one you buy. Fire seeds are used to upgrade your flame, but she also sells these blue, yellow, and red burrs. The fire seed is nice, but kind of expensive. We'll talk about that probably later. These are her spells. Fireball, Fire Orb. They're pretty much the same thing, except Fire Orb is stronger. Combustion, Poison Mist, and Flash Sweat. Actually, I missed one. Huh. Iron Flesh, too. So Flash Sweat and Iron Flesh. These are pretty basic pyromancies, but like Poison Mist, Flash Sweat, and Iron Flesh you can only get
Be
here
safe.
from her. So we'll probably look back at that and buy some in a future video just to show off pyromancy. I never
Here,
turned in some
you see.
stuff,
However,
didn't upgrade my flasks, so I'm gonna give an Estus shard or 2, or depending on however many I have, so that I can get extra uses for my flask. So I guess I only have 1. And then I'm gonna burn these Sublime Bone Dusts. I have 2 of them from my running around from the last video. And that's going to give me a +1 flask, burning that one. And this will give me a +2 flask, which means that I will heal a lot better now. So that'll really help my my healing ability so that I don't have to use so many flasks. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to head over to No Man's Wharf. And there's only really one boss, but the area is kind of long. You don't really have to go through this area, but I'm going to show you that it's, you know, what happens when you do, what kind of boss you fight, what you get or whatever. It's kind of the whole point. Really, if you're a completionist like me, then you're going to want to go through every area and do every boss. And I forgot that this area is really dark. So what you want to do is you want to get a torch out and carry that around with you. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to have a shield for this part, which shouldn't be too bad. The mace is pretty strong. Got that upgraded nice. So it's just going to be a case of hitting these guys, and they die in a couple hits, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just watch out for the archer and that dog I just killed. And there's more of these dogs around, so just be careful. A lot of enemies in here that suddenly jump out at you or lay down on the ground looking like they're dead, and they just kind of spring up and get you. We'll get this chest in a second, because there's this guy and I don't want him running in on me. The mace has such a stubby range, though, it's kind of a problem when attacking. If you're not really close to the enemy, then you tend to miss. Just a soul and an upgrade material, so nothing too fancy up here. I really thought that was going to kill that guy in one hit. Bandit knife. That's okay. Sometimes you can hit these guys down like that. Yeah. Sometimes you can just hit them before they climb up. When they climb up, they're kind of invincible. And then after they climb up, you can hit them and hopefully knock them back down. If not, they should only die in a couple hits. Not too much of an issue for you, hopefully. In this area, there's a lot of enemies, so we're going to try and take out as many as we can kind of quickly, because there's a couple from this building and there's a couple from another building. Missing wasn't very helpful. And try a jump attack there. Hopefully. Okay, I was able to get away. Good. I was kind of worried that it wasn't. Getting kind of crazy here. Kind of walked up a little further than I wanted to. Kind of triggered some more enemies that really doesn't help. I already had like 4 guys to deal with. I don't need the pirate guy dealing with me. So, anyway, just explore this house here, and you get dark pine resin to apply dark to your weapon without needing a spell. This guy's gonna fall down. Couple hits here. And that torch guy we're not gonna kill, because he's actually not really gonna do anything. He just kind of follows you around with the torch. I guess he's friendly. So we'll let him follow us. He doesn't really do much. And there's a dog. You can hear him. So that's one. Surprisingly, they're dying in only about 1 hit, so that's nice. Run up here, and there's Lucatiel again.
That might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you? The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused such degradation? Ah, yes. This is... Of course. There is only my...
She doesn't know what a human effigy does. Good thing you do.
I have... And then... Have you? An undead gradually loses his humanity.
So she's talking about the curse. She says that an undead will gradually go more insane, then he turns hollow and preys upon others.
One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here, assuming, of course, that the legends are true. I can only hope.
So she actually peels off her mask if you let her dialogue go. Which, you know, shows her face. It's half hollow.
I suppose I've grown,
or at least one eyeball is.
I'm sorry.
So, from her land, there's a legend that if you are going hollow, if you're undead, and you have the curse, you will go crazy at some point. According to the legend that is, I guess, floating around, is that if you come here and collect souls, you'll be able to cure yourself of this curse, or, you know, find a cure. So, she came over here from a swordsman area where they, you know, greatly prize combat and battle. And she came over here, she's on her little journey, but you've met up before, and so she'll be around to help you out with, certain boss fights. The boss in this area, actually, she'll help you out with. It's not that hard anyway, but you gotta summon her 3 times to finish her quest line, so we'll summon her for this, since it's an easy fight. These things are afraid of the torch fire. There's also a way to light up this cavern area so that they just hide. But this is kind of the main reason why you want a torch. Lighting up the place is nice, but having the extra ability to send these guys running away is really nice, because they do pretty good damage. Even still, I think I'm going to go fight them in that house where they run to, because there's a couple useful items in here. Don't give them the time to really target you if they're screeching and running away. Try and beat on them. That way you only have to deal with like 1 or 2 at a time. That guy always breaks the wall first thing. Oh wow, the 3rd one fell from the ceiling. So now we got 3 in this room. Yes, I probably could have run in there and hit one. Or hit the one that's almost dead, but I'm not going to worry about it because that's how you die. And this mace is so stubby. I didn't even get to hit that guy. Now they're both about a hit away. Kill him. That one's full health, and that one's almost dead. Alright, wow. Barely escaped death there. Bleeding. They can make me bleed in 2 hits. They should be able to make pretty much anyone bleed in 2 to 3 hits. So, you gotta be careful about that. And they drop kind of random stuff. I've had them drop, you know, that was a broadsword. I've had them drop, like, different great swords and a tattered cloth set, which is just kind of a robe. They drop kind of everything. It's actually kind of weird. I'm not sure why, but it's interesting. So I guess if you want some random loot, you can kill them. But in that chest is the greatsword, which is one of people's most loved weapons in this game. It's very powerful. And then there's a silver talisman, which is a consumable to transform you into an object. It's like a spell called Chameleon, where if there's like jars and boxes in the environment, you'll turn into a jar or a box. And it's more for PvP. If somebody invades you, you can hide. Sometimes they get fed up with trying to search for you and they just port out and then you don't have to battle. So, it's not really the most useful item, but it's there if you want it. It's in that trapped chest, so that could be poison or the crossbow. For me, it was the crossbow. But your main goal is to get up to this bell and ring it. Ringing the bell signals the boat over here, which we should be able to see in a second here. There's actually a video somewhere of a guy shooting it from across the way with an arrow, and it's ringing like that. I've never really tried that, but I heard it's true, and from like a friend who's played, and he's tried it before because he didn't want to deal with this. But if you don't fall down like I just did, you kind of have to... Wow, kind of forgot about that guy. Guess he's falling down for a second. We'll go over here and get this guy. Maybe. I need more stamina. That's kind of my problem. Mace drains a lot of stamina, and I just don't have it. So if you didn't fall down like I did, you're gonna have to deal with a room full of those guys. Actually, there's only about 2, but they're not fun to battle anyway. So there's that beef guy. Just kind of beat on him, hopefully. Because he's got a friend right over here too. You can get their armor. So if you really want to try and look like them, you could sit here and farm them for a little bit and hope. The drops aren't that great, so I might get a pair of gauntlets or leggings or maybe the mask or something, because they're all throughout a few areas, but yeah, it's kind of rare. They also drop a dagger, which is good for strength build, so it's really meant for PvP. You can attack people if you have high strength. It does more damage, like scales with a B in strength or something. But I equipped a throwing knife because these jars are full of poison. So I'm gonna throw a dagger here. Run in here, flame butterfly ×1, throwing knife ×7. These other jars you shouldn't really have to worry about. Pick up that fragrant branch, walk in here, kill this lizard. Grab your upgrade material, that's always nice to have. Pick up a couple things. The real reason why you want to come in here, though, is because in this chest is a ring. The Royal Soldier's Ring. Now, that ring increases your equipment load. So so it's like Havelspring from other games. If you're wearing heavier armor like me, and you want to do a little bit lighter roll, that's kind of your ring. You're going to want to use that. I'm under the 70% threshold, so I'm okay right now. I'm not going to worry about it, but it's there if you want to use it. And then, yeah, this hidden room here doesn't really have much. Upgrade material, and so large Titanite shard and a firebomb. That's, you know, not really anything. If you missed it, you don't really have to worry about coming back. Because we unlocked a blacksmith who sells unlimited large Titanite shards.
Who are you? I, Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you want. With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
So, Gavlan, you know, this obvious drunk guy, he sells some stuff, not really too much that's important. He sells some poison stuff, poison throwing knives, poison or rotten pine resin to apply poison to your weapon. But the main thing about him is that you can sell your stuff to him. So if you have excess stuff that you want to get rid of, you can sell to him at a couple hundred souls or something.
Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants.
Yeah, so he doesn't really say anything else.
You go home.
The thing about him is that he will move to a new area. So do what you want to do now. If you want to sell something now, do it now. If you don't really mind, then don't worry about it. Because he's going to move on, and we will see him again shortly. And then he'll move again from the next area, and he'll stay at his third area that he goes to. Which, you know, I'll just probably call it out in that video. I'll say, you know, hey, he's going to stay here from now on. And his ring that he was selling, Ring of Giants, increases poise. So if you aren't wearing heavy armor, you could wear this ring. It's a really heavy ring, though. It's like a pound or something. So, really, talk to him basically just to get him to move on. Guys. Or I won't backstab that guy. So these guys, you know, they die in a couple hits, but they can do some freaky fast combo attacks every once in a while that can really screw you over. So, you know, just kind of be careful when going through here. Just pay attention. And, I guess this armor here I'll show off a little bit. It's the bandit armor from, the first game. It looks kind of weird, but that's, you know, that's what it looks like. We also picked up an axe somewhere. You know what? I guess I should probably show that off, too. So, somewhere in here is this axe. Guess, that's not it. Oh, it's right here, duh. Bandit axe. 18 strength, C scaling in strength. It's not the best thing, but it's a different type of axe. So I guess if you're using the hand axe and you like it, you might try the bandit axe. Maybe I can kill all these. Oh, 2 out of 3. That's not too bad. Hit this guy once or twice. Or miss. Now these guys, these pirate guys with the sword and shield, if they drop a sword, that's actually not a bad sword. It's kind of heavy, and it's basically a long sword. It has a little bit less durability, but does more damage. If you use a Pharos Lockstone here, in this contraption, which I'm gonna do, you should light up this area up here. day now? Yeah, there we go. Well, I guess it's this thing that lights up, but it lights up this area a lot so that you don't really have to have your torch when you're running through here. But, I mean, you don't really need your torch out anyway. My mace is at risk. You don't really have to have your torch out when you go through here, but I like to because of those weird things. They get scared of fire, like I said, and then just I like to light all the little, you know, torch sconce thingies. It helps light up the area a little bit. Because I think in Dark Souls 2, this area was pretty well lit. Like, all of these were on fire, or you didn't really need to use the Pharaoh's Lockstone. But in this version, you kind of have to. I'm going to use repair powder. Kill this guy. Tomatoes. This guy's. Some iron arrows again. There's another hanging guy here. I always try to swing at him. Gotta wait a little bit. Oh, jeez. Put your freaking shield down. There. Like I said in like my first couple videos, I don't really use jump attacks very often, but I guess, you know, in this area I've used it 3 times already, so it has its moments if you think about it. That summon sign right there is Lucatiel, and she's ready here to help you fight the boss. I don't think I'm gonna summon her right away though, because I want to go talk to NPC guy that's in here. He's actually a sorcerer. So if you started as the sorcerer, this is your guy you want to talk to for the basic early game stuff.
Light, but it remains dim. I am Pavilion, and I've no interest in the magic impaired. I see light. I am.
So yeah, I don't have 10 intelligence, so I can't talk with him, because that's what sets it. If you have 10 or more, he'll talk to you and he'll say, oh, you know, I can sense that, you know, you're you know, attuned with sorcery or whatever. And he'll actually offer to train you as his pupil, which really means he'll let you buy spells from him. But I don't have the stats for that yet, so I'm just gonna run back over here. I noticed an item that I didn't grab. It's not probably that important. I don't remember what it is, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. And I have no idea why I'm going this way. Guess those guys are stuck there. I could fall down, but I don't want to take fall damage. Wouldn't be too bad, but I guess I'm gonna go the long way. Grab this, soul, and I think that said smooth and silky stone. I often just hammer through it. I know it's nothing super important. Things like that just tend to gather up, and then one time you go in there and you have like 40 of them, and you're like, oh, how'd that happen? So, we'll summon Lucatiel. The AI for her is kind of stupid sometimes. I've had her fall off when she gets summoned in, so I'm going to stand here and have her kind of think for a second and not really... No, do not back off the edge. Okay, there we go. I've had her fall off the edge, and then when she dies, you have to rest to reset her sign. Are you coming or what? Jeez. This guy, we've seen him before in Lost Bastille. he's on this ship, which, yeah, hint hint, this ship actually takes you to Lost Bastille. But it takes you in a different way. So, really, when I was saying in the earlier videos that you could go through the Forest of Fallen Giants, or you could go through Hades' Tower of Flame, and get to the same end destination, this is the other way. So you can go through the forest and fight the last giant and the pursuer, and unlock those areas and get to the Lost Bastille through the Eagle Nest, or you can go through the Hades Tower of Flame and through No Man's Wharf here and fight this boss, and that'll take you to Lost Bastille 2. It's really more beneficial to go both ways though. So yeah, this upcoming boss is not too difficult. There's no cutscene here. Trick to him is just kind of sticking to baiting some attacks. He's really slow. So that's all we're really gonna do. He's not too difficult, even by yourself. So with Lucatiel, you really shouldn't have a problem beating him. So this guy, Flexile Sentry, is a twin torsoed guy, and he only attacks with one side at a time. So the club side here, you can see that he just moves extremely slow. So you can just kind of wait for him to smack the ground and miss, maybe block an attack. I think for the sake of showing you his other side, I'm just gonna maybe bait an attack or two. Usually he favors his scimitar side, so I'm kind of surprised he's sticking to the clubs. Every once in a while he'll do attacks like that, where he just kind of attacks from the other side for no reason. That's actually kind of a rare move, so I'm kind of glad I was able to show that. I mean, I said his scimitar side was faster. I guess it's more wide swinging. There are more of him later on to fight his normal enemies, so we'll see more attacks later. But really, stick to the club side there, and he shouldn't be too much of a problem. Lucatiel should be able to survive, and that'll be one of the boss fights that she can help on. I noticed that his music was insanely quiet. It is a quiet track to begin with. It's really not that great, I don't think. But I didn't hear it at all. And usually I hear something, so that's why I turned that up. And here you're going to get a Pyromancy Flame and Fireball. So that's for fire magic. And we'll, like I said, get into that later. And I will show you in a little bit. Just kind of, you know, show you item descriptions or whatever. So that, you know, you can see what it's all about. So now we're back in Lost Bastille, except this time we're approaching it from a different angle. And this can only really be approached from this side, going through No Man's Wharf. You might be able to make it around a different way. Really, there's really no reason to come all the way around this side, though. This is really, I guess you could call it the official way into the Lost Bastille, since you're taking a boat instead of a flying eagle to the other side, but both ways are completely valid. Really, there isn't much over here, like I said. We're going to activate this elevator and take it up, and then we're going to ride it back down in a second to grab a couple items. But in one of these rooms, I don't think it's that one. This room here. You get a couple items here, a couple souls. Not too bad. Yeah, there's nothing in this room. So you want to activate the elevator, quickly get out before the door shuts. Otherwise, you have to deal with that slow-ass elevator down, back up, and then down again. You want to ride the top of it down. Because if you noticed on our way up, there was a little hole in the wall right about here. It's got a body with a scimitar and repair powder. The scimitar really isn't that powerful of a weapon, but other than getting it from here, I think you have to farm it. Maybe you can buy it, but that's a free one, so pick it up. And scimitar. Curved sword, so it's what the pirate guys were using. Lightweight, you know, not really a great weapon, it's more dexterity. Fun for PvP though. You see people buff scimitars and falchions and basically another scimitar. Or any of that class type, because its moveset is, you know, different than a normal sword. Sometimes you catch people off guard. So we go into this room, and I think I'll show you. There's the Pyromancy Flame. Scales with intelligence and faith equally, versus Dark, which scales with intelligence and faith, but it scales with the lower of the two attributes, which really just means that you can have even amounts of faith and intelligence, and it'll scale with both, which kind of makes Dark the superior thing, because a lot of things are resistant to fire, not much is resistant to dark. Even then, the glove scaling is only the damage if you were to attack with it, so really not that great. We picked up Fireball, which I showed earlier. Emit Force was in No Man's Wharf, we picked that up. It's just another miracle where you can throw a projectile that should stun people, kind of knock them back. So I'm going to go ahead here and run so that we kind of make a loop back to the blacksmith guy. And we do end up going up there. You can kind of see the fog door. And we kind of go through there too. Right now this isn't going to look really familiar or anything because we haven't been over here yet. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I guess parry and fail miserably. Stop. I haven't played this in a little while. It's been a couple weeks. I've been kind of busy lately, so playing this is kind of difficult for me at the moment, but oh crap, kind of forgot about him. So yeah, we fought another pursuer in a different video. Well, here's another one. Said they were going to show up kind of as a normal enemy. Well, here he is. So I'm going to try and unlock this shortcut now. Thank you, invincibility. I don't really think I can get out of here. No. I was hoping my mace would hit 2 or 3 of them. Oh wow, his head's all freaking out, phasing through the floor. Oh well, so long as we don't die, and I guess I could just warp over there, but I think I'll just run over here, I guess. I'll run the long way again. And pretty much every time I die, I'm gonna go human. I don't recommend that if it's your first time playing. I think I've said it in other videos. They're not... Human effigies are frequent, but if you're dying 3 or 4 times per area instead of like once or twice, you're gonna run out of them when you need them. When you're fighting bosses or whatever and want help, you're not gonna have them. So it's really about trying to conserve those. I don't typically die that often, but who knows? You know, I haven't played in a while, so I could die 6 more times for all I know. This time I know these guys are here. I'm gonna pick this up, roll past them. Here's the blacksmith's bonfire, and I think I'm gonna fight all of these right now. Should only take about 1, maybe 2 hits. Maybe. Club is just so stubby. It's draining all my stamina when using it, so can't recover. He's taking more than one hit. There. Pick up item, human effigy. So that kind of just made up for the one I used. So yes, you can farm human effigies from those dogs if you want. I don't know why I'm running back in here. I guess just to show you that this is where we're at. And yeah, I'm gonna warp back to Majula here, and I think I'm gonna end this video, even though we've only done like one area, one boss, kind of long, slow and boring. The game is going to pick up, I promise. It's just the way I've kind of run this is to clear an area, do a boss. This next area we're about to do is going to take a long time. I'll probably have to split the next video into 2 parts again like I did the forest, just because it's so long. But I'm definitely going to give myself some more level ups. I should probably put some in endurance, but I'm going to put some in vitality, so hopefully I can roll better. Vitality and vigor, there's a difference. Vigor for health, vitality for carry weight. Now I'm at like 59% or something. And I have no idea why I ran in here either. And I don't think she's gonna sell anything else. Haven't done anything, so yeah, not really. Same stuff.
Lively times.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. In the next video, like I said, we're going to go through Lost Bastille, and we are going to do at least 2 out of the 3 bosses. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you at the next video.